Edges, veering, fading.
And a no-B with a grown man's chance.
Hart gets inside. Tough shot. It goes. And the foul.
Anthony Jones with the dagger.
Remaining. Brunson a three. Bang! Jalen Brunson does it again.
We are live. What's going on, folks? It is draft night. The New York Knicks are currently 8 picks away from possibly picking at number 24. We'll see if they trade the pick, which is, I'm sure, a possibility. That was brought up earlier today, as well as some other news with the second apron the video I posted out. Ian Begley doesn't think that the New York Knicks will go in the second apron. Check out that video. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. Draft night. How we doing, folks? Draft night. Got the board on the screen. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. That's it. We're ready to rock. You know? Appreciate you guys in the chat. Just to go over the board, I'm sure you guys are watching right now. So the Memphis Grizzlies just selected Bennett Sturts. Bennett Sturts, guard from Iowa, at number 16. So the Oklahoma City Thunder are on the clock. CB, what up? Lewis, what up? We almost there. Rich Boy, what up? What up, chat? What up, chat? Just vibing tonight, man. Vibing. It's draft night. It's draft night, you know? You know what I'm saying? So, just looking back at the board, AJ DeBanza goes 1, as expected. Cam Boozer goes 3. Darian Peterson goes 2. Caleb Wilson goes 4. And so on and so forth. Brooklyn selects Michael Brown Jr., when a lot of Knicks fans wanted them to select Darius Aikoff Jr. And away we go. Look, this was supposed to be one of the deepest drafts that we've seen in a while. Then it turned out to be a top-heavy draft. It's funny how that works out, right? Funny how these things work out. There are always players that will blossom and come out of the blue. So Oklahoma City, I believe, just hopped back in the first round. Is Oklahoma City just hopped back in the first round, folks? So they are on the clock at 17. Corp says, is Deuce gone? That is the rumor. That rumor came out today, Corp, but I'm not sure if Deuce is gone. I'm not sure if Deuce McBride will be traded. The New York Knicks have a lot of decisions to make. Mitch Robinson, Landry Shamet, Deuce, if they were to trade him, you know, that opens up some space. But look, repeating a championship is hard, and it comes with some decisions in which in the moment they're going to sting a little bit. But, you know, honestly, like, God forbid, let's say Mitchell Robinson goes somewhere else. I'm sure, like, I trust this front office so much, bro. Like, I'm not even worried about losing our guys, because we lost Hartenstein, and what happened, right? Following year, Hartenstein wins a chip. And next year after that, we win a chip. We lose Dante, stung, hurt. We won a chip. So losing these players, Mitchell Robinson and Miles McBride, and I'm sure I'm hopeful that one of them will stay. It will sting in the moment, but I trust the process, man. I have all my trust into Leon Rose currently. Ebro. What's going on, Ebro? Corp says is dude. Yeah, I've read that already. CB, what up? So we're just draft night, man. You know, just vibing out. Live stream with you guys yesterday. Round 1 is today. Round 2 is tomorrow, and the New York Knicks have the first pick in round 2. Let's not forget that they have the first pick in round 2 and pick 55 in round 2. So there it is. They have pick 55 in round 2, pick 24 tonight. And away we go. We'll see who falls to them. We'll see who falls to them. So here are some names. With this being a win now situation, they should be looking for players that can contribute right away. Upperclassman Joshua Jefferson, Alex Karebin, Bennett Sturtz, who just got selected actually. Swain, Dalian Swain, Henry Visar could be available. That is from John Schumann. Here are our free agents. Jose Alvarado, Jordan Clarkson, Landry Shamet, Mo D we just picked up, so you can cross that name off the list. Jeremy Sohan, I'm sure will probably not be back. And the big news of the day is Mitchell Robinson. The New York Knicks don't look like they want to go into the second apron. So if a team is out there and offers Mitchell Robinson a price point in which Leon Rose in the front office is uncomfortable with, then Mitchell Robinson is probably going to be elsewhere. Maybe. Lakers are interested in who's it? Misi. So Lakers are interested in Misi. So if they get him, if they acquire him, that fills that gap. But I'm not sure the market on Mitch. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how teams value him. I'm not sure if they look at the free throw shooting and the limited offensive packages. And he's a great offensive rebounder, amazing offensive rebounder. But the problem is he's limited in the minutes. He didn't play back-to-backs this year. What is his future in that regard? So I'm sure teams are going to be looking into all of that. But maybe the Knicks, they see replacements. Let's see who falls to them at 24, excuse me. Let's see who falls to them at 24. Marshawn, what up? Appreciate you in the chat. Marshawn, appreciate you in the chat. Happy Tuesday, folks. 10 p.m. on Tuesday. It is NBA draft. First round. Knicks have picked 24. Let's go to the draft board. Oklahoma is on the clock. The pick is in. Oh, okay. This pick is going to Memphis. So Memphis is on the clock. Oklahoma trade. Oh, so Memphis picks 16 and 17, huh? Marshawn says Knicks will probably trade the pick. Let me know in the chat if you see any rumors on the timeline. Yeah, so Grizzlies, Memphis is trading number 17 to the Detroit Pistons. Oh. Memphis will draft number 17 via OKC. So the Grizzlies will get 2 second-round picks and a swap. Memphis is trading number 17 to Detroit to move back to 21 for 3 second-round picks. So this pick is going to Detroit. Ibuka Okori. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that name. That pick is going to Detroit. Guard out of Sanford. $16 went to OKC from Lewis, so Bennett Sturtz goes to OKC. Man, OKC's having a great draft, in my opinion. Bennett Sturtz, a lot of people pegged him to possibly be there at number 24 for the Knicks. He goes to OKC. OKC gets Adai Mara, the 7'3" center that they're calling him the Wemby stopper, which I mean, that's a little reach, right? But it's the beauty of being such a great GM and Sam Presti and Oklahoma's building a freaking monster over there, and we'll see if they continue to be elite next year, in which I expect them to do. But this pick is going to Detroit, folks. So this pick is going to Detroit. So Ibuka Okori, this is going to Detroit. So even though this says OKC, it's going to Detroit. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Hit that like button, folks. Hit that like button, folks. Appreciate you guys in the chat. You guys are incredible. There, Cade, you got your help. Lewis says they stay playing chess. You talking about OKC? Yeah. OKC is always playing chess. CB says, I hope we pick American player. They've been going foreign a lot lately. Yeah. Our last first round pick was who? Pacom Daddier. Right? So I would expect, there are a lot of names floated out there. I want to see what direction they go in, the New York Knicks. Like, do they draft for need, or do they draft as a project? We already did that with Daddier. Here's my thinking. They already drafted 2 projects in Daddier and Modi. Modi leapfrogged Daddier in the rotation. Their first round pick. Do they want to go project-y route again? Or do they want to trade this to free up some cap space and free up some flexibility? And away we go. And obviously they picked up Tyler Kolek, who was a 4-year player, college player. But even Hook Porty was a project. Knicks have gone projects lately, right? Knicks have gone projects. Remember over Daddier, they tried to get Ryan Dunn, and they chose Daddier. And Ryan Dunn actually turned out to be the better prospect, especially defensively. Even though Daddier, I'm sure, still has a bright future, and I'm not giving up on him whatsoever. I'm just saying, I don't know if the Knicks draft another project per se, or they draft another can possibly help out if need be next season. Lewis says would love Thomas or Evans at 24 unless Tyrese Reed is still available. I mean, I've been hearing Tyrese Reed's name all day, folks. Tyrese Reed's name all day. So pick 18 on the clock. The New York Knicks, folks, are picking at 24. We are waiting on the Charlotte Hornets. It is commercial right now. Shout out to the chat, folks. Ebro says the season after Wemby, the entire league went French. How about tonight, though? How about the feeling around tonight as a Knicks fan? I mean, this used to be our NBA Finals. This used to be our finals, the NBA draft. And now we're watching the NBA draft as champions. We're watching the draft as champions. I mean, if you guys peeped the commercial with the New York Knicks with the merch and during the NBA draft that popped up, I was like, oh my God, man. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. Buy your merch. Pick is in from Charlotte. All right, let's go. Let's go. Shout out to the chat. Once again, I'm just trying to refresh the timeline on the side to see if we have any trades that are going down. Any trades that have gone down. Let me just Let me open up X on the side so I don't miss anything. I don't want to miss anything, you know? I don't want to miss anything. I saw Jose Alvarado's in the draft. He's at the draft, attending the draft. Alvarado's looking like he's going to remain a Knick by extending his extension eligible, his deadline, excuse me. He extended it. So Alvarado's looking like he's going to. Ian Begley also said this in his article that our Alvarado wants to be a Knick, and it's looking like that's going to get done. Nothing yet in regards to the Knicks trading the pick. Nothing yet. Obviously, the Knicks will dissect the board as their pick approaches. But nothing yet in regards to trading the pick. Did you guys catch Becky Hammon actually apologizing to Jalen Brunson? You guys caught that? I posted it on the Knicks Nation Instagram. You guys should go check that out, at Knicks Nation. Becky Hammon finally says, I'm sorry. It seems like she was over it. It seems like she was done. She was over it. She was tired of people hitting her up about it. She just said, I'm sorry, and we move on. And away we go. Hornets are on the clock. They're making their pick right now. Christian Anderson Jr., guard, Texas Tech. Goes to Charlotte. I like what Charlotte's building over there. I think Charlotte's going to be one of those teams that can possibly pop in the top 6 in the East. I do. 6'1" guard. I like that. Oof. So Charlotte picks Christian Anderson. The Toronto Raptors are on the clock. And the Raptors, right, had a pretty decent year. RJ, I think, made a step forward for them, especially Scotty Barnes in the playoffs, and Emmanuel quickly. We'll see if they want to keep him or trade him. I like the Raptors squad. I do. No, like, they're in our division. They're not a threat yet. But I like what they're doing over there. We'll see what if another year under their belt helps out their chemistry, and we'll see who else they add in the draft and via trades and free agency. Lou says Anderson is nice. Yeah, Christian Anderson. Nice name, too. Christian Anderson. Texas Tech. The New York Knicks are picking in 6 picks. 6 more picks, folks. Pick 24. The Knicks are pick 24. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, this is a live draft recap. We're watching it together. Got it on my iPad right here. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and all the good stuff. In case you missed the draft, here's the board right here. You had the top 4 that was just a given, right? AJ DeBanza, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, Caleb Wilson. And then it started, and then it's like what I've heard from experts is it's a pretty much a crapshoot from there. And you really just had to trust your scouting system, right? And this 13th pick goes to Milwaukee because of the Giannis trade. Bucks picked 10. So they essentially had 2 picks in the top 15. Well, they did have 2 picks in the top 15. Oklahoma City had 2 first-round picks that they picked, and I kind of like their picks. We'll see what they do with them. But the Raptors are on the clock now. Chris, salute. Salute, Chris. Lewis says this is where bigs could start to go. Hopefully we get some options. Yeah. Like, do they have best available in this thing? Is this the best available? Yeah, no. These are all the prospects here. I wish they had best, like, how the NFL draft has best available, right? I wish they had that in the NBA. And I'm looking on my ESPN TV, and they don't really have best available. And obviously the NFL draft is more touted than the NBA draft, but let me put up the draft board again. Sorry. Raptors on the clock. The Raptors may go point guard. They need one. Chris Gotti says, who should the Knicks get? Ian Begley posted something prior to the draft saying that the Knicks might trade the pick. But a lot of people want Tyrese Reed. There is Tarris Reed, 6'9", from Connecticut, UConn, 22, right? People are saying that he could be a possible Mitch replacement. Look, Mitch is 7 foot. Tarris Reed is 6'9", although he has a 7'4" wingspan. But he's a good passer. He's a good finisher around the rim. From Connecticut too. That'll be a nice story. Local kid. Alan Graves, 19. Could be an option. Or Zuby. A lot of people want Zuby. Ibuka Okuri. Didn't he just get drafted? Yeah, by Oklahoma City. He got drafted by Oklahoma City. These were the people rumored to the Knicks. So Ibuka was rumored. Malik Thomas could be available. He's 6'3", 19, from Arkansas. Isaiah Evans from Duke. He's a guard, 6'5". The thing I like about Isaiah Evans is he was touted to be one of the top shooters in the draft class. Right? Isaiah Evans from Duke. And if we're losing Shamet, right? If we're losing Shamet, which is a possibility, Miami might step in and be like, yo, Landry, we got some millions over here. We just got Giannis. We got a starting spot for you, possibly. Come join us in Miami. Could be possible. And you can never have enough shooters. Raptors on the clock. Yuri, what's going on? What up, Yuri? The Raptors select Alan Graves from Santa Clara. Forward. There is also Zuby, who's 6'7", 245. Can defend multiple positions, can defend his ass off. Alan Graves is gone. Yeah, he's gone. I just said him, too. Oh, man, I just said Alan Graves is gone. So there's still Isaiah Evans, right? Isaiah Evans, probably one of the best shooters in the draft. Ibuka is gone. Malik Thomas. Alex Caravan, still available from UConn as well. A couple of UConn kids. Zuby is also available. I'm sure that would be the fan favorite if the Knicks select Zuby. Emmanuel Sharp. Just going down the list right now. Dylan Mitchell, Felix Okapara. But either way, it's a Knicks draft in which we're not really sweating it. But this could be a very important pick, guys, because we're right up against the second apron. And I know our core is intact, and we don't have to worry about our core. But it's the bench guys that I'm worried about. So our pick at 24, if we lose Shaman, if we lose Mitch, we lose one of them, the pick at 24 can definitely get playing time. We've seen Mike Brown already trust rookies in Mo D, right? He trusted Mo D and he played tremendously. So, I think Zoo will be solid, but I like Caravan as well. But then again, you can never have enough shooters. Mike Yuri says we need more ball handling. Hood says I like Evans. Yuri says, why do I get a funny feeling San Antonio is about to F us? if they select Zuby, if the Spurs select Zuby, or Evans. What do the Spurs need? Maybe another guard. Now, the Spurs need a big. Oh, no, they don't need a big. I would say they need another guard. We just played them. I would say they need a De'Aaron Fox replacement, but they already have that, right? So maybe they need another ball handler, bench guy off their bench, and also a big. But yeah, Yuri, this is they're talking a lot. Oh, I love it. They're playing Spurs highlights of them losing and them walking off the court. Let's go. They're playing Spurs highlights of Wemby, puppy face, walking off the court, not even congratulating the New York Knicks. Love it. Marshall says, I like Tyrus Reed. Don't forget, this pick also goes against the cap. More money against the cap. So I think if the Knicks stay at 20, if they keep this pick at 24, the chances of either Mitchell Robinson or Shamet leaving increase, in my opinion. If the Knicks select 24, because first-round picks, I know it's in the 20s, but they go against the cap. They're more money against the cap rather than second-round picks. That's why a lot of people are thinking that the Knicks trade out of this pick and maybe acquire a couple of seconds. Or if a team is offering, like let's say a team's offering a first-round pick next year, right? And then you kind of reset, you go into the second apron this year. Next year, let's say a team is like, yo, we'll give you our first-round pick next year, protected. I don't know. Things get crazy in the 20s. I'm just spitballing here. Things get kind of crazy. Champions, Knicks. I say it during every stream. Lou says the Spurs have Cornette as the only backup big. They pick in a big here. Yeah. Is the pick in? Yeah, the pick is in. San Antonio, the pick is in. Knicks basketball says the Knicks win the chip in 24 in the first round. Ain't bad. It's not bad. 24 in the first round is not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, folks. Chris says, I hope Mitch stays. It would be hard to replace what he can do. I agree, but I trust this front office in knowing that they would replace him if he leaves. Because look, you can't look Mitchell Robinson. I would love him to be a Knick for life, man. Just a Knick for lifer, right? I kind of would want one of those. Like we draft him, he stays with the New York Knicks for his entirety of his career. But you know the reality of the situation, if a team's gonna come in here and offer Mitch like $17-18 million a year, I mean the Knicks just may be like, look, man, that's too much for a part-time player who we don't even know is gonna play back-to-backs next year. And we don't even know. The Knicks know what happened when he broke his hand. Knicks know. It didn't affect him in the finals, but it could have. And it seemed like Mike Brown was sour over Mitchell Robinson prior to the finals. Seemed like he was pissed. So maybe there's some immaturity there. But look, he grabbed his biggest offensive rebound in Game 5 and essentially, I'm not going to say won the Knicks the finals, but won them that game. Without that rebound, who knows what happens. Spurs getting booed. Spurs on the clock. Pick is in. Jaden Quaintance, University of Kentucky, forward. He is 6'9" from Kentucky. I guess you cannot have too much of those, man. They got a bunch of those in San Antonio. So Spurs select Jaden Quaintance. Not one of our guys, Yuri. Corp says at least Mitch got a ring. Yes. Detroit's on the clock. They just selected a few picks ago. That pick at what? What pick did they get? 17 or 16 got traded to them? The Pistons? Detroit. They need shooting, in my opinion. They need another ball handler next to Cade. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go Isaiah Evans here. I don't know if he was rumored to them, but I wouldn't be shocked if they go a guard here, the Pistons. They could They were just playing New York. They could go Carabin. Carabin's also an elite shooter, right? From UConn. That's one area in which I think the Knicks would still need is shooting. Especially if they lose Shaman and if they're trying to trade Deuce McBride. I mean, you're talking about shooting being absent at that point, right? You need shooting. You can never have enough shooting around our guys, especially Jalen Brunson in the lineups with him, with surrounding him with shooters has always bared fruit and always been a positive net rating lineup with those shooting lineups. So you have Carabin, who's an elite shooter from UConn. You have Evans, who is also one of the top shooters left. Those are the best shooters, in my opinion, on the board right now. Emmanuel Sharp. Did Emmanuel Sharp get taken? Will P, appreciate the sub. No, he didn't. This pick is heading to Memphis. Will P says Knicks getting Evans. Uh-oh. Inside scoop in the chat. Eddie says don't trade back, please. Knicks have been... They've been trading back lately, although we picked Pacome, right? No, this pick, is this pick going? No, this pick is going to Detroit. Did I miss a trade? No, this pick is going to Memphis. You're right. So the Grizzlies move back from 16 to 17, then 17 to 21, and they accumulated 5 second-round picks to move back 5 spots. I mean, that is some really good asset accumulation. Now you just hope that in those 5 spots there's not going to be a stud. So Memphis is picking number 21. Memphis is picking here. This pick is going to Memphis. So I'm not sure what Memphis needs, man. I think Memphis needs a guard. Like, are they trading Ja? Are they trading Ja? Who do they pick they pick Cam Boozer number 3, which I'm super high on Cam Boozer. They need a guard, in my opinion. If they trade Ja. Will P says Evans, yes, Knicks. Shout out to the chat, man. Knicks are on the clock in 3 picks, folks. 3 picks. 3 picks, our champs. The Knicks, the champs. 3 picks. Who do they go with? Rumors coming out. Nothing. It's all quiet, man. I think we're going to select. I think we're going to select at 24. It's quiet, man. It's real quiet on the Knicks reporters front. I think we're going to select. Maybe. We'll see. Is the pick in? Jeez, man. It seems like they do 2 picks. Commercial. 10 minutes. Talk. Commercial. Pick is in. All right. Come on. This pick is going to Memphis. Keith says, I hope it's Evans. Ty Jerome, all right, from Memphis. Oh, a lot of Evans in the chat. Isaiah Evans, 6'5", shooter. Could be there at 24, folks. Averaged 15, knocked down almost 3 threes a game. Could be there, folks. Duke. Pick is in. This pick is going to Memphis. We'll see. Corp says draft takes forever. Kareem Lopez from Mexico goes to Memphis. Forward. He is in the building. Looks like he's 12. Jeez. This kid looks like he just got off the bus, the school bus, bro. Ooh, looks like he has a little game. No facial hair, baby face. Kareem Lopez going to Memphis. I like that, man. You see where the NBA is kind of trending, man. A lot of people are taking chances on these bigger forwards, you know, in the league, man. These 3-and-D wing players that can dribble, that can handle the ball, these OG Anunoby prototypes. I mean, teams just had a firsthand experience of watching OG Anunoby dominate on such a big age. So the 76ers on the clock. 76ers, Atlanta. So look, Evans could be there. Zuby could be there. Who else do I have my eye on? Reed could be there. Or Carabin could be there. Carabin's an elite shooter as well. But he's an older, like, he's 23. Right? He's a great screen navigator shooter. But he fits in an NBA system right away. Evans, man. I like Evans, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Atlanta's been having a good last, especially this past season and this past trade that went down when they traded with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Atlanta's been having a good offseason so far. Lewis says Lopez can hoop. Man, seeing all the players emotional, man, this is their dream. Dream come true for these players, man. He's looking at them, he's crying, tearing up, man. Look at that, man. I love that, man. Can't even speak. It's their dream, man. Imagine it being a little boy and you work your way to this moment and you play X amount of years and then you get drafted in the NBA. I mean, it's a tremendous feeling, man. Philadelphia is on the clock. The 76ers, the injured, riddled 76ers. I can see them picking Evans. I can see that. Well, we'll see. Doesn't seem like Hood said we're 2 picks away. 2 picks away. Yes, Lewis. Solid player still available. Solid, man. I don't think we trade this. I don't think we trade out of this pick, folks. Shout out to the chat. Hit that like button, folks. If you're new here, my name is Anthony. Please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys in the chat. The New York Knicks are 3 picks away. Philadelphia and Atlanta are ahead of them. And that is our only pick. Do they trade out of this selection? There are some good players still on the board. So I would say, look, man, these first round picks, the Knicks don't really they don't have one next year. So, you know, in my opinion, you take advantage. You know, you take advantage of drafting, and maybe a player falls at number 24 in which you weren't expecting them to fall. And away we go. Philadelphia is taking every single second and every single minute. How about Malik Thomas from Arkansas? Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen Malik Thomas play. I'm gonna be honest with you. Malik Thomas, 6'3", 189, excellent shooter as well. Solid shot creator, good off ball, good hands defensively. I like that. I like those tools. Only 19. I like that. 19 years old. I like that. I like that. 6'6" wingspan, 189, 6'3". 19 years old. I like that. Pick is in. Is the pick in? I don't know, man. I kind of want Evans, folks. I'm kind of on the Isaiah Evans board right now. I'm kind of on the Isaiah Evans board, folks. Kind of want him. There's something about these players and these big programs, right, that just intrigue me. From Duke, man. Because Isaiah's a pretty good defender as well. I know he's 6'5", man. He's not small. I kind of like Evans, man. I kind of like Isaiah Evans. They ran out of time. Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened when a team just runs out of time and then just the NBA just auto picks for that team? I don't think, like, imagine. This is why the time limit, the time to get their pick in is so fugazi, because that would be a massive story. Could you imagine if a team doesn't call the league in time and the clock hits 0 and the league's like, well, I guess we're auto selecting here. You're shit out of luck. Simon says, Anthony, kiss the baby for good luck. Yes, I will. I can't run out of here right now. Yeah, Evan 6'6". In the NFL, they skip to the next pick. Pick is in. Whoa. Adam Silver stumbled his words. Liberian Philon Jr. going to Philly. Wow, emotional as well, man. Shout out to that young man, guard out of Alabama. Liberian Philon Jr. going to Philly. Isaiah Evans is still on the board, folks. Knicks basketball says Hawks are going to pick Evans. That would be such a Hawks thing to do, man, right? If the Hawks picks Evans, I know he's going to be a good player, because the Hawks are, and it came out today that what Bontemps is probably going to be within their organization, which is kind of crazy. So shout out to him. Well, Hawks are doing the right thing the right way. Felix, appreciate the sub. Yeah, Lewis. Atlanta better not mess up. I'm about to tweet right now. Do we want Evans? Do we want Evans? I like Philon, though. They needed another guard over there in Philly. Um, we'll see who that how he plays with Maxey and Edgecombe and all that. I think the Hawks are picking Thomas. Wow, we might get Evans, God Shamit. If we get Evans, man, that makes look. If we get Evans, right? If we draft a player, I would assume either one of Mitchell Robinson or Landry Shaman are bye bye. I would assume because then that's more guaranteed money on the books, and it'd be extremely hard, especially what Ian Begley said today. If you guys have missed my video, that the Knicks they don't want to be in the second apron. Ian Begley checked with his sources again, reiterated that no, the Knicks don't want to be in the second apron, so it's going to be extremely hard to go in the second apron, or not go in the second apron and retain Mitchell Robinson and Landry Shamet. But like Chris Gotti says in the chat, and Leon we trust, Spike Lee is in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Commercial. Hawks are on the clock. They got 2 minutes left. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Shout out to the chat. 66 in here, 71 here. The New York Knicks are on the clock. In one more pick, the Atlanta Hawks are at, well, they're not at the podium, but they're on the clock, man. 145 left, and then they have to make a pick. Black asks, what's going on, Knicks basketball? Says, is it in?
Bruh.
JB says they should be in the second. They should be in the second apron. Yeah, that's a topic, man. Like, the Knicks just won a championship. Like, why won't we run this thing back and try again for next year and go into the second apron and just keep everybody, right? But in the NBA, it's just 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work out like that. And James Dolan was adamant on WFAN. Like, I don't want to be in the second apron. Ian Begley didn't think that he was telling the truth. Ian Begley said today that, no, James Dolan does not want to be in the second apron. So that makes it extremely difficult for them to keep Mitch and Shamet. So we'll see. We'll see. Winning back-to-back titles are hard. There are going to be some players on this team, maybe whether it's Mitch, Shamet, whoever, that will leave. It hurt when Dante got traded. It hurt when Isaiah Hartenstein picked Oklahoma City over the New York Knicks. But as a Knicks fan, what has happened? Things have always seemed to work themselves out. So I have full, guys, we just won a championship. I have full trust in this front office. Will I be hurt if Mitchell Robinson goes somewhere else? Yeah, but I have trust that this front office will replace him. Will I be hurt if Shamet goes somewhere else? Yeah, Shamet has bounced around a lot until he found a home in the New York Knicks. Right? I gotta be honest with you. I kind of fell in love with Shaman late in the season, man. He was a player in which was one of our best point of attack defenders, one of our best shooters on the team. I mean, there was a point in the playoffs where he couldn't freaking miss. He was very valuable, folks. To the point where some may say that he was more valuable than Mitch in our playoff run. Right? Both of them were valuable. So we can debate who will it hurt. Like, who will hurt more losing, Mitch or Shaman? We could debate that. But we got a chip out of them. So if they leave, I would be forever grateful with both of them. Like, honestly, forever grateful. Do we have news? Do we have news that the New York Knicks are trading this pick? Cam Carr is still available. But do the Knicks trade the pick? Or do the Hawks take Cam Carr? Somebody saying, bro, Hawks pick Zuby. Zuby at 23. They pick Zuby? Hawks pick Zuby? Shaman is feisty. I agree with Dolan. That second apron is hell. Yeah, it's not the first year of the second apron. It's the multiple seasons of a second apron, right? Hawks are on the clock, folks. Pick is in. I see some spoilers in the chat. Zuby, a player in which many Knicks fans wanted on their team. Zuby is going to the Atlanta Hawks from St. John's, man. Local product. Zuby going to Atlanta. Damn. A lot of Knicks fans want a Zuby.
Bruh.
We move. The New York Knicks are on the clock. Thumbs up in the chat, folks. Thumbs up in the chat. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. The Knicks are on the clock. Championship season. It is officially back-to-back season. It is officially time to defend our crown. It is officially time to add another player to this dynasty. And the Knicks trade back to number 25. The New York Knicks trade back to number 25 to the Lakers. They must have got intel that the Lakers are like, oh man, if the Lakers select, I don't know, man. If they trade back to 25, maybe they pull a, maybe they select, I don't know, they traded back once. Maybe they accumulated some seconds. Oh yeah, they're replaying it. They're replaying a championship. Let's go. The New York Knicks are trading a 24 to the Lakers for 25. If you guys can see that. There it is. Spike with the trophy. How many Larry O'Briens do they have in the city? I know there's one in where? Fifth Ave right now that Knicks fans can see, and then closing in the glass case. Spike Lee with the Larry O'Brien. So the Lakers are on the clock, so they flip-flopped. Lakers jumped. They wanted somebody. Who did the Lakers want? That I don't know. Lewis says, I felt the trade coming. Most of our targets still there. Will says, why WTF? We'll see. What did the Lakers give up to jump a spot? Like, they had to give up a second. I would have assumed that it's no more than a second. I would assume that the Lakers didn't give up more than like 1 second to jump a spot. But, look, Cameron Carr's still available. How many Camerons in this draft? My son's name, too, Cameron. Isaiah Evans, Sergio. I'm trying to see, what did the Knicks get? I don't know what the Knicks got. So, we'll see, folks. The Lakers are on the clock, and we pick at 25. Senek Jr. to L.A. from Lewis. Lewis says, I felt the trade coming. Most of our targets still there. Chris Gotti says, Lakers need a big. They probably get a big. Senek Jr. Senek Jr. Black S says, who cares who we pick now? Might as well trade it for 2 highly protected picks in 27 and 28. That could be an option, Black S, but you have to find a partner to trade with. Like, a team is not just going to approach the Knicks and be like, look, we'll trade you a protected 27 first-round pick if you give us your pick in 26. Like, that's rare, man. That's rare moving back a year, especially in the first round. So the Lakers are on the clock. I'm trying to get some intel. How many times have the Knicks traded back? I know we traded back one spot, but we could trade back from 25 again. Seems like we trade back every year. And this front office has worked out for them, right? A lot of people say they want Carr. They want Cam Carr. Pick is in. So you mean to tell me we're going to have another player put on a Knicks draft hat and they're not going to be on the Knicks? This young man's going to put on, if he's there, which I doubt because, it's late 20s here. But if he's there, he's going to put on a Knicks hat and he's not going to be a Knick. Spike Lee is at token right now to the fellas. Champ Spike Lee, man, celebrate this with the Larry O'Brien right next to him to his right. If you're just joining, the New York Knicks have traded back one spot to the Lakers. There we go. Lakers get Cam Carr. Lakers get Cam Carr. Carr to the Lakers. Carr to the Lakers. Cam Carr to the Lakers. I wonder if he looks upset. He looks upset. Maybe he knows that he's not going to the Knicks. Oh man. The Knicks are now on the clock again. Do we trade back again? Lewis says he mad tight. He looks upset. Like, damn, I'm going to LA. I'm not going to be a Knick. He looked upset. All right, now the New York Knicks are on the clock. Today starts the official 2026-2027 season where we defend our champs, defend our title. Here we go again. Thumbs up in the chat. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Is it Isaiah Evans? Who is it? Do they trade back again? I don't hear anything. Cameron Carr going to the Lakers. What did we get from the trade? It hasn't come out yet. It hasn't come out. Moving back one spot has not come out yet. So Pelinka takes Cam. Damn, why? Like, I know they like trading back and I don't know, accumulating. I want to know what they got. I want to know what we got. It sucks. The Knicks receive cash considerations from the Lakers for number 24. Cash considerations. Cash considerations. from the Lakers for swapping a spot. So the Knicks move back one spot, we get cash. We don't get a second round pick. So we're on the clock now. A lot of players on the board still. You know, Isaiah Evans on the board. Zuby's gone. Spike just said we got everything we need. Yeah, somebody said if Walt Perrin ain't want him, I ain't want him. That also saves cap implications. Trading back a spot, I think, also saves him about $200,000 of salary. So the New York Knicks can also get their player they wanted at 25, moving back a spot. Maybe it's a stash, but they also save money by doing that against the cap. Again, Brock Aller, Walt Perrin, Leon Rose, geniuses, man. I mean, they do this stuff in their sleep, folks. They do this stuff in their sleep. Yeah, we got cash. We got cash, man. We got cash. We got to repair the city. We got to repair the city. Repair the trash cans because people stealing trash cans in New York City, man. Orange and blue trash cans. We got cash to make some repairs around 7th Ave. You know, make some repairs. You know, fix some lights, some light poles. That's what we're going to use the trash for. The cash for, excuse me. What did Shams just tweet? What did Shams just tweet? I think we're picking. No, he just said we tweeted, we accepted cash from the Lakers. Okay. So we got cash from them. Pick is in, folks. Pick is in. Pick is in. If they stop talking, folks, come on. Pick is in. Let's announce the pick, please. Shout out to the Knicks Nation. Hit that like button, folks. 17 likes. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Helps out the channel. Helps out the algorithm. Pick is in, folks. Pick is in. But they are still speaking of Spike. A lot of Knicks fans want a Cam Carr, man. I get it. A lot of Knicks fans want a Cam Carr. But they saved money, man. Pick is in, folks. Pick is in. Here we go. Sergio De Larrea. Sergio De Larrea. Stash. A stash for the New York Knicks. 20 years old, 6'5", 175 forward. Last season, 9 points, 41% from three. I like that. Man, will he pull a daddy A though? Will he pull a no, I'm not going to go overseas. I want to play for the New York Knicks, or is this just simply a stash? Sergio De Larrea. Welcome to New York, folks. Welcome to New York. The Knicks select Sergio De Larrea. All right. So here we go. Here we go, folks. Sergio De Larrea. He is born in 2005, man. Godly. 6'6", skinny kid. Burst onto the seam, helping Spain capture gold at the 2023 FIBA Under-19. Climbed the ladder fast. He logged time with EuroLeague debut at just 17. Turning down college offers. He turned down college offers. He settled in as Valencia's point guard and put together a polished 25-26 campaign, 7 points, 2.9 assists, 14 minutes. Shooting nice clips, man. 40% from three. Stash. De Larrea is a tall floor general, skipping passes above defenders and slipping bounce passes through small windows. He has a tight handle and utilizes change of direction to shift defenders. His jumper is quick, and he is especially efficient as a catch-and-shoot threat. De Larrea can also function as an off-ball cutter. The defensive instincts and length give him the foundation to guard multiple positions. Okay, projection. De Larrea projects as a guard with good positional size, a trustworthy jumper, and a good passing vision. I like that. He fits cleanly into a modern system that asks its point guard to space the floor, run pick and roll, and keep the ball moving without breaking rhythm. I like that he's a good shooter. I like those shooting numbers. You know, Diawara coming out of overseas wasn't really a great shooter. He was very raw, and then he turned into a good shooter. I like that De Larrea is also a good shooter. Comparisons: Josh Giddey, Brogdon, Austin Reeves. Okay, I like that. His blend of size, IQ, shooting touch gives him a clear path to a long NBA career as a rotational guard. And here are his highlights. Full-time player of Valencia's basket senior team during the 24-25 season. So there we go, folks. Isaiah says, not mad, man. Just surprised. Just not surprised. We always got to trust Leon. Exactly, man. Always got to trust Leon. Always got to trust Leon. I trust Leon. I trust Leon for sure. I like him. I kind of like him. I don't know. These projects are hit or miss, right? These projects are extremely hit or miss. You don't know what's going to come for them. Some of them blossom. Some of them don't. But you, as a Knicks fan and as part of this front office, I would think that since they took this project, they are practically trying to run it back next year, because I wouldn't assume this guy's going to come in and help. You know, you could have went to a player that would help right away, like Isaiah Evans, who can shoot. Or just a polished shooter. There was multiple shooters left in the draft, but it's late 20s, right? You kind of want to take chances here, right? You kind of want to take chances here. What if this guy ends up playing like a Giddey or, a Brogdon or someone like that, or even better? Those guys have good careers. I like that. I like the size. I like that he's not undersized, right? He's 6'6", folks. That's Mikal Bridges' size. 6'6". Seems like he has a tight handle. Another kid that looks super freaking young. Jeez. So, that's who the New York Knicks select, folks. Welcome to New York. Sergio De Larrea. is a part of our team, and I am going to embrace him. I am going to trust Leon Rose in the front office because why wouldn't you? I know a lot of Knicks fans don't like that they keep trading back, right? They don't like that they keep trading back. A lot of Knicks fans wanted Cam Carr. But away we go. I trust Leon. Excuse me as I'm like making a PNG file right now. So here it is, folks. There it is. That is the end of the picks, unless we trade back in when we had the first pick of the second round. Maybe Isaiah Evans. Like, could you imagine if we get like Isaiah Evans at 31, who many wanted? It's a possibility. You know, there's 5 selections left. Knicks basketball says take Evans. We could still take him, you know. Welcome to NYC. Welcome to NYC. Bro, this Sergio kid is... You don't know that Knicks basketball. When the last time the Knicks drafted an American. That doesn't matter, but the last time the Knicks drafted Kolek, right? In the second round. Signed Big Mitch yet? Woody, no, not yet. What's going on, Woody? Appreciate you in the chat. Nah, he will be gone by 31. Evans, he will be gone by 31. We'll see. A lot of people wanted Cam Carr, but the Knicks wanted to save some money. They wanted to save some money against the cap, and away we go. And that's what they did. So now, since they saved money against the cap, we'll see if they bring back Mitch. We'll see if they bring back Landry Shamet. It's more money to play around with. These guys, we'll see if they take pay cuts. Did the Knicks work him out? Did the Knicks work him out? All right, you're seeing the YouTube videos, right? Sergio will be a steal. Could be a first-round steal. Drafts NBA Sergio De Larrea. Could be a steal. No, I don't think they worked. Did they work him out? I don't think they did work him out. Here he is. Sergio De Larrea. 6'6". Oh, okay. Okay, excuse me. Oh, righty. Oh, okay. Should I pass? Oh. Ooh. Ooh, this kid is... I know highlights can get... highlights can get you hype with anyone. The worst player in the league, you can put together a nice highlight package. Right? Oh, nice block. Ooh, I like that jumper. Okay. No way. I like that, man. 6'6". Look at that form. Look at that form. Look at that form. Knicks fans, yeah, hype. We got one. Allie. Ooh, navigating. Okay, navigating the screen. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh nah, man. I might like this kid, man. Is he pulling up? Is he pulling up? Nah, bro. Did you see that? Okay. There's certain things in which you can't teach, and some players just have it come natural to them. Like these Luka passes right here, bro. These Luka passes right here. These are Luka Doncic passes, folks. These are Luka Doncic passes. Look where this man is, and look where he releases the ball, and look at that pass, bro. That is insane. This is from Basketball Intuition, by the way. I'm like just replaying his video. I hope you don't like copyright me. I promise. I'm just, going over these highlights, but I'm like what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking his passing ability. I'm really liking that. I'm liking his size and his passing ability. Look at that alley, easy. Seems like passing comes easy for him. Oh my God, folks, these passes are just blowing my mind. I know look at this. He doesn't even see the play develop yet. He just knows where his guy's going to be, and this guy needs to shoot over here. But look at this pass right here. It's insane. Okay, we got some upside here. Lamar says, Ant, stop trying to hype him up. He's cheeks. Nah, come on. You can't say he's cheeks. Trust the front office. Did Isaiah Evans go off the board yet? We can still pick him at 30, first pick of the first round, folks. Nah, his passing is incredible. Am I hyping him up too much? Let me know in the chat. Am I hyping him up too much? All right, that's a simple pass. All right, that's a simple pass. It's overseas. Okay, running the fast break. Okay, defender on his hip. Keep his defender on his hip. Simple pass. Okay, not crazy. Nothing crazy. Okay, these are simple passes, right? These are simple passes. Let's go to his jump shooting. All right, let's go to his jump shooting. That's smooth. That's smooth like butter, folks. I see Jalen Brunson passing him in the corner, man. That's smooth. Quick decisions, beautiful release. Nice release point. Oh, look at that. Look at that catch and shoot right there. Look at that quick release. So he can look at the release point. He caught that and shot that right away. That's a quick release. I like the tools, man. I like the tools. 53% corner, 35%, 33%, 38%, 36%. I like the tools, man. I don't know, man. I'm starting to get hyped, folks. Chris Senek Jr. goes to Boston at 27. Folks, he's a 40% three-point shooter overseas, right? You don't lose your shooting touch, and you don't lose your passing touch. What is he, 19? He's freaking 19. He's 19, right? We'll see what the Knicks have. We'll see what plans do the Knicks have for him, right? We'll see. But I'm like what I'm seeing so far from the young man. Lewis says he's still there. I can see Evans going to Minnesota. Boston got Senek Jr. Evans may go to Minnesota. Chris Gotti says a bigger Kolek might be. Why you guys hating on the young man, man? I like him, man. I like the highlights. I can't hate on the young man. I trust this front office, man. If anything, I trust this front office, man. And when you're picking in the 20s, when you trade back one spot just to get some cap flexibility, $200,000, It's not much, but anything helps. If this man was their pick all along, you know, a project, maybe he'll be there next year. Maybe he'll be in a Knicks uniform next year. I don't know. Right? Daddy was supposed to be a stash, but he was like, no. I'm playing. I want to play. We'll see with the 25th pick. The Knicks select Sergio De Larrea, likely draft and stash guy for a team worried about going into the second apron. Instead of trading the pick, they take a likely stash guy. New York also has a first pick in the second round. Damn, a lot of Knicks fans are mad that we didn't select Cam Carr. A lot. Let's relax. Let's relax, folks. We'll see. We'll see. But hey, you're just coming off a championship, right? You're just coming off a championship. There's not much to be. You can't be upset, man. You can't be upset. Maybe these guys will be. Who do the Minnesota Timberwolves take? No, they're still on the clock. Evans could be there in the second round of the first pick in the second round. Excuse me. Maybe he'll go to Westchester. You do lose your shooting touch when you play against real defense. Lewis says, I think that's Randall's dump. Minnesota trading to Brooklyn. Yeah, Randall got traded for a bag of peanuts. Lou says this 19-year-old played against grown men. And who else we drafted at number 25? Quickly and Mo D. I like what I'm seeing in the highlights. I know the highlight package. You know, you can make a scrub look like freaking Michael Jordan in a highlight package, right? But I'm liking the shooting touch. I'm liking the passing ability. I'm liking that he's big, man. He's not 6 foot. He's 6'6". Look at that. Stepping up into the pick. Swish. I'm liking all of that. He seems like he got a stroke, man. Pause.
Bruh.
Seems like he got a stroke. But we shall see, folks. We shall see. Once again, shout out to the chat, man. Lewis says, I think them not going center so far, passing up some good ones, tell me Mitch looks promising. Bringing back Mitch. Yeah. If Evans is there at 31, I think I would do that. Yeah, I love bigger. Wayne, what up, man? One thing is clear, Leon they have a style, right? Pacome, Mo D, they stick to it. You know, they have a style and they stick to it. They just won a championship, and granted, you can say those players like Pacome wasn't a contributor. Mo D throughout the season was a contributor. Tyler Kolek pretty much helped us win the NBA Cup. So although those players weren't essentially contributors in the playoffs, right? You could say Huck Porty at times, but the Mitchell Robinson foul trouble, yes, was a contributor. They have a style and they stick to it. And this front office, they make trades that, bro, Julius Randle just got traded as a salary dump to Brooklyn after the Knicks acquired Karl-Anthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves and won a freaking NBA championship. I mean, I trust this front office, man. Black S says Becky Hammond likes big guards, so she should love Sergio. Yeah. He should love him. But yeah, appreciate you guys in the chat, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. I'm gonna get off this thing. We'll see if Isaiah Evans gets selected here. Okay, let's wait for this Minnesota pick. Joshua Jefferson out of Iowa State. So Cleveland's on the clock and Dallas is on the clock at 30. We'll see if Isaiah Evans is still on the board. Jake Fisher just reported that the Knicks don't expect Sergio to play in the NBA this season. Yeah, so that's telling me that the New York Knicks are fairly confident that they can possibly bring back their core and their guys. That's what that tells me. But we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, shout out to Knicks Nation, shout out to the chat, hit that like button, subscribe, shout out to the members in here. You guys are incredible. If you guys wanted the cop of Knicks Nation hat, it's on the knicksnation.shop website. The finals gears is on there. It's incredible. Hit the Discord. The link is pinned up in the chat and the whole nine. Go Knicks, folks. We'll be back to see who they draft in the second round tomorrow, folks. So I'm Anthony. Enjoy your nights. Enjoy your Tuesday. I'm going to head off this thing, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.